is now time for the Yellow Jacket Coaches Show. And here's your host, Jim Sewell.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Yellow Jacket Coaches Show. This is homecoming week at Jeff Davis, and homecoming activities are going on, have been going on all week long. Currently, the homecoming parade is in progress, and then tomorrow night, we will crown the homecoming queen for the 22-23 season. Jeff Davis is seeking its first win of the season. We'll be taking on the Cook Hornets tomorrow night here in the Pinelands. Pre-game show starts at 7 o'clock with kickoff at 7:30. The Jackets are 0-4 on the season, the first time hitting the 0-4 mark, first time they've lost their first 4 games of the season since 2005. All 4 of the Jackets' previous opponents have been ranked in the top 10 in their classification, and that trend will continue again this week as the Cook Hornets coming in with an overall record of 3-1, and they are ranked number 5 in Class AA in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution poll. Cook was last ranked in the top 10 in week 3 in 2012. And on that week, after being ranked in the top 10, Cook lost that Friday night to an unranked Pierce County team by a score of 41-14. So maybe that is a sign of some good news for the Yellow Jackets as they take on the number 5 ranked Cook Hornets this week. It's going to be the Region 1 AA opener for both teams. Jeff Davis is in their first season in Class 1 AA. After spending the last 18 seasons in Region 2 AA, Jeff Davis last competed in Region 1 AA, have to go all the way back to 1971 to find when the Jackets were last in Region 1 AA. Cook is in their third season in Region 1 AA after spending 6 years in Region 1 AAA. Cook and Jeff Davis first met in 1952. So one of the longest running series in Jacket history, going all the way back to 1952. Cook leads the series 10 wins against 4 losses. Jeff Davis, however, won the last meeting between these two teams 20-0, and that was in 1995. Cook head coach Byron Slack is in his first year with the Hornets. It is his second season overall as a head coach. His overall record, 7 wins and 6 losses. Hornets have 3 wins over Class Single A teams, Pelham, Brooks, and Clinch County, and their loss came to Class 7A Valdosta by a score of 34-7. We'll take a 2-minute break, get some words from our sponsors. We'll be back and give you some highlights from 2 weeks ago against the Metter Tigers. We'll take a break here on the Jeff Davis Coaches Show on the Jeff Davis Hospital Sports Network. Toe meets leather. The high short pitch to the far side.
Get it.
Fumble on the ground.
We got it.
Jacket scrambling. Looks like we got it. And I think we do. Snap off big straight drop. Looking for the zone. It's completed.
Delaney.
And Laney's down at the 3-yard line.
Should be first down.
Back, looking to throw. Going to go downfield. Got a man, but broken up.
Clemens with a great job getting back, break that up. Green. Great job, Deeds.
Devontae Deeds wrapped him up and Coach stayed with his man. That's a short game to play. Weaver into the end zone, touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Kyle Weaver on the EP American Footwear touchdown. Getting hit in the backfield.
Good job by number 60. That is Uriel Ortega.
Got Clemens in there. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Jeff Davis High School would like to thank the following alumni sponsors for their support of Yellow Jacket Athletics: Sweet Teas Flowers, Gifts, and Custom Framing, Laney Internal Medicine Group, Lumber City Drugs, Cotton Partners, The Bedroom Store, Hazelhurst Auto, Pig Out Barbecue, Southern Roots Salon, Stone's Machine Shop, Comfort Zone Heating and Air, Whitfield Breelove, South Georgia Dentistry, Coleman Tire and Auto, Mulvey Outdoors, Water Service Center, Ragland Timber, Pallet One, McPherson Manufacturing, Renaissance Bank, Family Healthcare Connections, Davis Farm and Garden, Theater of Hazelhurst, Jeff Davis County Farm Bureau, and Bridgeford Church of God.
Make tailgating easy and delicious with help from Three Rivers Meat Company in Hazelhurst. Three Rivers Meat Company offers specialty cuts of beef, pork, chicken, and seafood. They also have several types of the in-house made fresh sausage. If you need a grill, they're the exclusive dealer for Traeger grills in Hazelhurst. To place your order in advance, call 912-551-9621 or visit their beautiful meat counter at 90 West Coffee Street. Go Jackets from Derek Wooten and the meat professionals at Three Rivers Meat Company in Hazelhurst.
At Altima Hall Bank and Trust, we strive to help you live your best life. That means offering loans for nearly any dream or goal. With competitive rates, local processing, and quick decisions, we can customize a loan to fit your needs. This is Misty Boatwright, Relationship Manager at the Hazelhurst branch. Come see me today at 57 North Tallahassee Street or visit our website at altimahall.bank. And let's work together to achieve your financial goals. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back here on the Yellow Jacket Coaches Show, Thursday afternoon of homecoming week. The homecoming parade is in progress at this time, and they'll wind their way back through town and back here to the Pinelands, and then the homecoming activities will take place here at the football stadium. We're here in the press box at the Pinelands at high above Yellow Jacket Field, and pretty soon, in just a few minutes, Coach Lance Helton will be making his way in. We'll have some interviews with Coach Helton as we talk about the season so far and then look ahead to tomorrow night's game against the Cook Hornets. It is, again, homecoming. The homecoming activities will start at 7 o'clock with the introduction of the homecoming court that will take place in pregame. Then, so we'll be on the air tomorrow night, probably, let's say, 6:40 for our 6:50 rather, 6:50 for the pregame show tomorrow night. We'll get on there a little early, make sure we get you all of the homecoming activities tomorrow night. For those of you that can't make it to the game, encourage everyone to come out tomorrow night. It's going to be homecoming, a good team in the Cook Hornets' first region game of the year, so we need a big crowd of Jacket fans here. Weather's supposed to be really good, so make your plans to come out. Going to have tailgating across the street at the track tomorrow night before the homecoming activities get underway. So gather you a basket of fried chicken and come on out here to the stadium, and let's have some tailgating and a big night of high school football as the Jackets take on the Cook Hornets tomorrow night, the opener of Region 1AA play. Right now, Region 1AA shaping up to be a very, very tough region. Fitzgerald and Worth County are both 4-0 in non-region play. Berrien and Cook are both 3-1. Dodge County, Sumter County, both 1-3, although both of those have played some really challenging schedules, but probably none of their schedules are as challenging as the Yellow Jackets' schedule has been to this point, as the Jackets are 0-4 heading into action tomorrow night. Cook, as we said, had wins over Pelham, Brooks County. Their last game 2 weeks ago against Clinch County. Clinch was the number 1 ranked team in Single A, and Cook defeated them by a score of 43-13. The only loss for the Hornets this year came to Class 7A Valdosta, and that was 34-7 in a game that everyone says was a lot closer than the score indicated. So a big challenge coming ahead for the Jackets tomorrow night. Here is a 7:30 kickoff tomorrow night and homecoming night against the Cook Hornets. As we mentioned earlier, this series goes all the way back to 1952 when the Hornets and the Jackets first met. Cook has a 10-4 advantage in the series, but Jeff Davis did win the last meeting between the two teams back in 1995. That was by a 20 0 score. Cook is ranked number 5, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution poll. If you look at the composite poll put out by Georgia High School Football Daily, that is a composite of 6 different polls, they've got Cook sitting as a consensus number 3 team in Class AA. Fitzgerald number 1, Pierce County, who the Jackets met earlier this year, at number 2. Cook at number 3. South Atlanta checks in at the number 4 in the overall rankings. Thompson 5. Eagles Landing Christian Academy at number 6. Rockmart at 7. Northeast Macon at number 9. At number 8, rather. At number 9 are the Appleton County Pirates, followed by number 10 Putnam County. Then you've got Athens Academy, Columbia, Vidalia in a tie with Columbia for 12th. Vidalia off to a 4-0 start this year. And Fellowship Christian is coming in with a vote at number 10 as the number 14 team in the composite poll here this afternoon, or this week. Area games that we'll be covering this week: Richmond Hill is at Coffee, Tattnall County is at Toombs, Telfair County travels to Bryan County, Treutlen County is at Wayne County, Treutlen County is at Montgomery County, Wayne County travels to Jenkins, and Bainbridge is down at the Swamp in Waycross taking on the Ware County Gators. In Region 1 AA this week, you've got Berrien County at Worth County. A big game in Fitzgerald as the Dodge County Indians take on the Fitzgerald Purple Hurricane. Fitzgerald, the number 1 team in Class AA. Sumter County is open this week, and so that is your rundown of games in Class 1 AA for this week. Waiting on head coach Lance Helton to make his way up here to the press box, and we'll get started with our interviews for tonight. We have a special treat, as later on this evening we're going to have an interview with Lady Jackets head softball coach Stephen Wilcox, as he will come in and talk about the very successful season that the Lady Jackets are having, as they are ranked number 1 in the state with a 18-1 mark, I believe it is, for the Lady Jackets, and they just had a big win yesterday over the Vidalia Indians here at Lady Jacket Field. So we're getting set for homecoming activities coming up here shortly, and awaiting Coach Lance Helton to make his way up here to the press box. We've got the JV team was in action a little bit earlier this afternoon, as they fell to, I believe it was Berrien County that they fell to in JV action. Middle school had their homecoming game this week, as they were in action earlier on Wednesday. And so the season well underway in football, also softball in full swing right now. Cross country also going, as they are having another successful season. They're in, I believe, Toombs County this afternoon for a meet, as they had a huge meet here last week. Quite a number of teams here for the South Georgia Cross Country event put on here at Jeff Davis High School, and a big event there. So we're getting set to get things kicked off here for homecoming activities shortly. The Jackets will be here at home tomorrow night, as we said, against the Cook Hornets. Kick off at 7:30. The homecoming activities get underway at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 6:50 tomorrow night as we get set for big action in homecoming, and then a great game against the Cook Hornets. Region games the rest of the way out. Next week, the Jackets will travel to Nashville to take on the Berrien County Rebels. Then the following week, we'll be back at home against Dodge County. Then we hit the road to take on the number 1 ranked and defending state champion Fitzgerald Purple Hurricanes on October the 21st. Our final home game of the season will be against the Worth County Rams. We'll have a week off, and then on November 4th, we complete the season on the road at Sumter County. So there's the rundown of the schedule the rest of the way for this year. Going to take another break here on the Jeff Davis Hospital Sports Network. Get these words from our fine sponsors. We'll be back after this timeout.
The Bank of Hazelhurst is Jeff Davis County's only locally owned and operated bank, serving their friends and family since 1906. They offer a wide array of services, including personal, commercial, and electronic banking services, along with mortgage and ag lending. For more information on the services they offer, call them at 912-375-4228. Download their banking app or contact them online at bankofhazelhurst.com. The Bank of Hazelhurst. When others have their branches, they have their roots.
Since their founding in 1968, the Beasley Group has become a vertically integrated leader in the forest products industry, and this growth has made them the largest hardwood sawmill in the United States and North America's foremost producer of crane mats and timbers for the energy transmission, utility, and construction industries. The Beasley Group is proud to be members of the Hazelhurst and Jeff Davis County community. They are also proud supporters of all Jeff Davis High School sports. Go Jackets from the Beasley Group.
C&H Creative Flooring can make your floors beautiful. They are this area's foremost experts when it comes to concrete grinding, polishing, crack repair, and epoxy coatings. They offer hundreds of color epoxy flake systems to choose from, custom metallics, neat coats, inlaid emblems, and much more. Whether it's your home, garage, man cave, pool deck, sidewalks, porches, or carport, let us help you make it gorgeous, safe, colorful, and skid resistant. Call Daryl Hutto at 912-381-9037 or Cody Carter at 912-592-5493 or message them on Facebook.
Back here on the Yellow Jacket Coaches Show here on Thursday night as we're getting set for homecoming night tomorrow night here in the Pinelands. Kickoff will be at 7:30. The Jackets and on the Cook Hornets in a first game of the Region 1 AA schedule. The homecoming activities will begin at 7 o'clock. Prior to the game, we'll be on the air at 6:50 to cover all of the pageantry of homecoming here in the Pinelands. Make your plans to come out. We need a big crowd tomorrow night here in the Pinelands as we open up our Region 1 AA schedule against a number 5 ranked Cook Hornets. Be the first meeting between these two teams since 1995. So a renewal of an old rivalry dates all the way back to 1952. We're awaiting Coach Lance Helton. He's unfortunately gotten hung up on us here, and hopefully he'll be able to make it here shortly. So for right now, you're going to just have to listen to me ramble on a good bit as we try to fill the time until Coach Helton can make it here. We'll be doing interviews with him, and then following that up with some interviews with head coach Stephen Wilcox of the Jeff Davis Lady Yellow Jackets softball team. So everything underway. College football is off and running. The Georgia Bulldogs defending their national championship have looked very strong coming out of the gate. A big win in their opening game in the Mercedes-Benz Dome against Oregon, a ranked team at the time, a top 10 ranked team at the time, and Georgia handled them very easily. And so they're off and running, ranked number 1 now in this current year poll as the defending national champions. Had a big win last week on the road in the SEC against South Carolina. And so they are expecting big things this year up in Athens with the Georgia Bulldogs. The Atlanta Falcons underway also in the NFL, and they lost a heartbreaker against the last week as they had a lead and then lost the lead late as they fell to the New Orleans Saints in their season opener. So they are on the road. The Atlanta Braves continuing their drive to repeat as world champions, currently sitting a game behind the New York Mets in the National League East standings. Fell in their last game yesterday to the Washington Nationals. That snapped a 10-game home winning streak. Well, the Braves are on the road tonight, traveling to Philadelphia, where they'll have a series against the Philadelphia Phillies. And then They have one home series left. There'll be a 3-game series next week against the New York Mets, which will probably go a long way towards deciding the National League East champion. The Braves have clinched a berth in the postseason play. They'll at least be a wild card team, but they'd like to get that 5th straight National League East title. That gives them a bye week on the first round of the National League playoffs, and rather than having to open up, and if they remain as the first wild card team, they will probably open up against, maybe it looks like it might be a repeat against the Philadelphia Phillies, although the Milwaukee Brewers are trying to make a push to overtake the Phillies for that last wild card spot. So the Braves in action against the Phillies this weekend on the road up in Philadelphia. So a lot of things going on all around the sports world. This time of year, you've got the baseball season winding down, getting ready for playoffs, NFL kicking off, of course, college football always underway, and a lot of action going on in the college football world. The SEC, of course, always tough. The Alabama Crimson Tide hanging in there in the number 3, I think, in the polls now. Ohio State number 2. But they are going to be a big showdown some point in time this season, more than likely, between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide, more than likely in the Dome for the SEC championship, as both teams are favored to win their division. They are not scheduled to meet in the regular season, I don't believe. My Auburn Tigers took a tough loss last week at home against Penn State, as they will have to regroup and get ready, as they have a challenge this week as they host the Missouri Tigers in a SEC in their first SEC game of the season. So a big challenge this week for the Auburn Tigers to get back on the winning track after a tough loss last week. Jackets will be heading into action tomorrow night looking for their first win of the season, as they have faced one of the toughest schedules in the state of Georgia, opening up against a number 7 ranked Charlton County team out of Class Single A. That was a heartbreaking loss here in the Pinelands in the season opener, as the Jackets drove the score tied late in the game. The Jackets drove down, attempted a game-winning field goal on the last play of regulation. It was hit the upright and kicked out, and then Charlton County was able to score in the first overtime period and keep the Jackets out of the end zone, and Charlton won that opening game 20-14 in overtime. The next week, the Jackets were back at home against the Pierce County Bears, who are number 2 in the rankings in Class AA, and Pierce County showed that they are definitely a state championship contender team, as they defeated the Jackets by a score of 56-17. The following week, the Jackets went on the road to Swainsboro, who is currently ranked number 2, also in Class Single A Division 2, the top division in Class Division 1 rather, the top division in Class Single A. The Tigers, also a state championship contender. They showed what a quality team they were. They shut out the Yellow Jackets by a score of 47-0. And then 2 weeks ago, the Jackets traveled to Metter, take on the Metter Tigers, another top 5 ranked team in Class Single A, and Metter prevailed 30-15 in that game on the road. So the Jackets got a much-needed off week last week, try to regroup, refocus, and get some injured players back after injury, and try to get set for this season opener. Now the sprint comes, as the remaining 6 games will all be region games and Region 1 AA, and what a challenge this region is when you've got the likes of Cook, Dodge County, Fitzgerald, and then of course also Berrien County, Worth County, Sumter County. There's not a gimme game anywhere on that schedule. The Jackets going to have to find a way to circle the wagons and make their way into this, to work themselves and to get some wins here in Region 1 AA, and try to continue their season into the postseason here at to continue the streak, as Coach Lance Helton, in his 6th season here at Jeff Davis, has made the playoffs in 4 of the previous 5 seasons, and the season that he did not make the playoffs, their overall record was 7-3. It was a great season, but come up just a little bit short on tiebreakers to getting into being one of the 4 teams in the playoffs. So the Jackets are looking to try to turn the ship around here as we get into region play and make a push to get into the state playoffs coming up in November. We'll take another time out here, get some words from our sponsors. We're going to be back after this break on the Jeff Davis Hospital Sports Network. EP American Footwear in Hazelhurst is proud to be a part of the Hazelhurst Jeff Davis community and are proud sponsors of all Jeff Davis County sports. If you're looking for a great job with a great company, they are hiring for all shifts. You can apply in person Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 10 North Gill Street in Hazelhurst. Go Jackets from all the folks at EP American Footwear of Hazelhurst. Go Jackets!
Experience a better way to bank at Interstate Credit Union in Hazelhurst, where they offer a wide variety of loans. Interstate Credit Union is second to none when it comes to low rates and great customer service, specializing in personal loans, new home and construction loans, and automobile loans, as well as many other types. Their broad services include personal checking, savings, business, in-person, online, and mobile banking, and much, much more. Visit them at 14 Hinton Street or call.
At Jeff Davis Hospital in Hazelhurst, we are committed to building a healthy community. We use the latest technology, and our knowledgeable team members provide exceptional state-of-the-art care to our local community and surrounding areas. We provide a respectful understanding of care for our patients and their loved ones. For more information about Jeff Davis Hospital and the services we provide, call 912-375-7781 or visit us online at jeffdavishospital.org.
Back here on the Yellow Jacket Coaches Show on a Thursday evening. It's homecoming week here at the Pinelands, and we're getting set for big action tomorrow night as the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets take on the Cook Hornets in the opening round of play in Region 1AA. The Hornets coming in 3-1 on the season. They are ranked number 5 in Class AA. The Yellow Jackets are looking for their first win of the year, and hopefully after the open week, we've got some players who've been banged up back healthy again. We'll be back, hopefully be back at full strength and be able to make a run here in Region 1AA. As from here on out, the next 6 games on the schedule will all be region matches, as the Jackets will be taking on the Cook Hornets and opening up here at home. First time the Jackets have competed in Region 1AA since 1971. You have to go all the way back to the early 70s. Last time the Jackets were in Region 1AA. The last 18 years, the Yellow Jackets have been a member of Region 2AA. Cook is under the direction of head coach Byron Slack. It's his first year at Cook. Is his second year overall as a head coach. I believe he was a head coach at Hillgrove prior to coming to Cook. His overall record as a head coach is 7 wins against 6 losses. The Jackets are coming into action tomorrow night. Kickoff will be at 7:30. We will have the homecoming activities. The introduction of the homecoming court will begin at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. We'll have live coverage for you right here on JDH TV, the Yellow Jacket Sports Network, as we'll be on the air. We'll come on the air at 6:50, so we'll be able to get on the air prior to the start of homecoming festivities. Need a big crowd to come out tomorrow night to cheer the Jackets on and to hopefully get us started on a winning streak in Region 1AA. So make your plans to come out. We'll be tailgating tomorrow night across at the track beginning, I think, around 5:30, or just whenever you want to get here. Just come on. If you want to come on and start partying about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that'll be great. But come on out, make your plans to gather your friends and family, have a big tailgate experience prior to the game tomorrow night before the introduction of the homecoming activities at 7 o'clock. So make your plans to come on out and have a big time here at the stadium tomorrow night, homecoming night. And then, of course, the homecoming dance will be Saturday night. And, of course, this is a week that all football coaches dread because of all the distractions and everything that goes into a week of homecoming with all the dress-up days and the other activities, pep rallies and everything going on. Homecoming parade going on right now in town. And then the parade will end up right back here at the stadium where they'll begin the festivities for the pep rally tonight, leading up to tomorrow night's action here against the Cook Hornets, beginning again at kickoff at 7:30 with the pregame, with the homecoming festivities starting in pregame beginning at 7 o'clock. So we'll be on the air a little early tomorrow night, a little ahead of our normal 7 o'clock start time. We'll be on the air around 6:50 to be sure that if you can't make it to the game, that you'll be able to see all of the homecoming activities tomorrow night. And we sure are thankful of Mr. Richard Riles and his students who work with us on this video production here doing the coaches show, as well as the games, and looking forward to continuing that expansion of our sports coverage as here after the football season completes, we'll be picking up some events in cross country. We'll also have basketball on tap later on in the season. So be sure to stay tuned. If you have not subscribed to this channel where we have all of the Yellow Jacket Sports features, be sure to subscribe, and then also click on the bell icon. That way you'll get notifications when there's a new broadcast coming on. You'll get an email notice, an alert to let you know so you don't miss any of the action here on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network. We sure thank all of our fine sponsors, including the Jeff Davis Hospital, who is our main network sponsor, Beasley Group, who is our streaming sponsor for this year. Our football pregame shows are brought to you by Three Rivers Meat Company. Our halftime show is sponsored by Altamaha Bank and Trust. Mitch's Pharmacy is our kickoff sponsor. EP American Footwear sponsors our touchdowns. Southern Eye Care sponsors Josh Horton, our Southern Eye Care sideline reporter. And Williams Brothers Trucking is our sponsor for timeouts. Jeff Davis Walk-In Clinic gives us our injury reports. Interstate Credit Union sponsors our instant replays. The Bank of Hazelhurst, our halftime, and our post-game coaches interview. McCarty Auto Parts sponsors our scoreboard. Game sponsors are Silersworth Monument Company and C&H Creative Flooring. And, of course, we don't want to fail to forget or not fail to mention all of our great alumni sponsors, and you've seen those listed in one of our spots earlier. So we thank all of our fine sponsors here on the Jeff Davis Hospital Sports Network here with JDH TV and all of the fine action that they do here. Region 1AA action tomorrow night besides the Cook Hornets and the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets. You have got the Berrien County Rebels traveling to Worth County in their Region 1AA opener. Dodge County Indians in Fitzgerald to take on the Purple Hurricane. And Sumter County is open this week as they take their open week. They had a game last week as they fell to Northside. I believe Northside was there. Northside Columbus, I think it was, that they fell to last week, as they are open this week, and where everyone else in Region 1AA had their off week last week. Going to take another time out, get some words from our sponsors. We'll be back with more of the Yellow Jacket Coaches Show after this break.
Dr. Kirkman Syak and his healthcare professionals at the Jeff Davis Walk-In Clinic care about their patients. The Jeff Davis Walk-In Clinic offers prompt health care for acute sicknesses and treatments for a wide range of non-emergency illnesses and injuries. To make an appointment, call 912-375-4884 or visit them at 22 Cross Street in Hazelhurst. Go Jackets and God bless from Dr. Kirkman Syak and his team at the Jeff Davis Walk-In Clinic. Need salvage parts for your new or late model car or truck? Then you should call McCarty Auto Parts, where parts arrive daily, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, at their location at 118 Autumn Hall Road in Hazelhurst. Check out their inventory online 24/7 at McCartyAuto.com. If they don't have the parts you need, they'll find it. Call McCarty Auto Parts in Hazelhurst for all your salvage part needs. 1-800-329-7258. Go Jackets.
Make the switch to Mitch for all your over-the-counter and prescription medicine needs. Take advantage of their drive-up window, curbside, and delivery services. The health of you and your family is their priority. Make the switch to Mitch, located at 5 East Coffee Street in Hazelhurst, Monday through Friday from 9 to 6 and 9 to noon on Saturday. Give them a call at 912-699-3784 and make sure to follow them on Facebook.
On the Yellow Jacket Coaches Show this afternoon, so we're getting set for homecoming activities. Tomorrow night, the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets taking on the Cook Hornets. Kickoff is at 7:30. The homecoming activities will start tomorrow night in pregame as we'll be introducing the homecoming court tomorrow night prior to the football game beginning at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 6:50. Here with me now is Laura McCall. Laura, tell us, you're a softball player, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about you on the varsity.
I'm on both JV and varsity.
Both JV and varsity? Okay, well, great. Varsity's having a great season. Tell us a little bit about the softball season so far.
Okay, well, we're doing good. We're undefeated so far. Well, we tied a game, and that counted as an L, but we didn't get to finish it.
Right.
But we're doing good.
Had a big game against Vidalia, always a big rival against a team no longer in our region rival, but it's still a big rival. Tell us a little bit about that game against Vidalia. They were a top 10 ranked team.
Yes, sir. Yesterday we were really good. Our bats and defense was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And Kelsey, she threw a good game, and so did Carrie Ellen, the JV pitcher.
Right. So how's the JV team doing? How's their season going?
We're undefeated as well. We're doing good.
Well, so a lot of good softball being played here. Coach Stephen Wilcox, I know he's been at this for a long time. Tell us a little bit about Coach Wilcox and his coaching softball.
He's a very good coach and a funny man. We love him.
He is a funny man. I've known Stephen for a long time.
Yeah.
Played a little softball with him over the years. He is hilarious, and of course he also helped coach baseball for many years. Working through your region schedule, seeing a lot of new teams this year. Tell us a bit about the challenge of facing some teams that you've not really seen before.
It's very different, and then some teams they're not as good, so it kind of brings us down, but we still do good.
Okay,
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, I mean, if you're virtually undefeated on the season, and I think in some polls you rank number 1 in the state, definitely a big season going on here for Yellow Jacket softball.
Yes, sir.
Do they have a region playoff this year like they have in the past?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It'll be in Columbus. I'm not sure of the date though.
Okay. Well, I know the state playoffs go to Columbus, and so that's always a big goal of the team is to make it to that Elite 8 in Columbus every year.
It is.
All right. So got to be with the talent that you have and the winning streak that you've put together so far this year. I think you must have your eyes set on a little bit bigger prize than just making it to Columbus, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. So tell us a little bit. When's your next game?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yes, sir.
Is it going to be here or?
It's away, right? It's away, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So y'all play a little bit different format, I think, in region now. You have a single game on Tuesday and a doubleheader on Thursday. Is that?
I think so.
Right. All right. So tell us about those doubleheaders. That gets a long time.
They are. They sometimes. Well, we ain't really got to finish one. Well,
weather's been tough on you, hasn't it?
Yes, very. We have so many games we have to make up. But it's good so far.
All right. Well, so making a drive to get a region championship and into the playoffs. Tell us a little bit about the field. You feel right down the road. You need some. How's your fan support been?
They're good. We have a lot of fans coming.
Always need more, though, don't we?
Oh, always.
All right, so
y'all come out.
So look right there in the camera and tell everybody to come out and support the Lady Jackets.
Y'all start coming support us, yeah.
I appreciate Lauren coming in and helping me out here to fill some time. Thank you very much for coming here on the Yellow Jacket Coaches Show. We're going to take a break here on the Bank of Hazelhurst Sports Network.
Silas Worth Monument Company offers factory direct orders for memorial designs to remember your loved ones. They can create one-of-a-kind computer designs or traditional monuments. You can choose your remembrance in beautiful granite, marble, bronze, or cremation monuments. Call Victor Worth and his staff today at 912-375-4587 or visit their location at 353 Alma Highway in Hazelhurst. Also visit them online at silasworthmonument.com. Your eyes are your window to the world around you, and good vision is important to everyone. At Southern Eye Care, you can count on their expertise in treating all types of vision problems to help you see your best. From glasses to contact lenses, from surgical vision correction to treatment of eye disease and injury, their team is here to help take care of your eyes. Your vision matters at Southern Eye Care in Hazelhurst. Call them for an appointment at 912-375-2516 or visit them online at southernEyeCarePC.com.
Williams Brothers Trucking is now hiring qualified CDL Class A licensed drivers with at least 2 years over-the-road tractor-trailer experience.
Williams Brothers Trucking has an excellent benefits package. They have quarterly bonuses. They have great insurance.
They offer flexibility as far as your work schedule. You're not really pressured into starting at any certain time throughout the day.
Be home every day with family-owned and operated Williams Brothers Trucking. Apply now online.
Go Jackets!
Welcome back to the Yellow Jacket Coaches Show here on Thursday night as we are getting set for a big homecoming activities tomorrow night here in the Pinelands, with the kickoff being at 7:30. Pre-game activities, introduction of the homecoming court will begin at 7 o'clock, and we will go on the air at 6:50 tomorrow night. So be sure to get all of those homecoming activities in for you. Make your plans to come out. We need a big crowd to support the Yellow Jackets as they open Region 1AA play against the number 5 ranked Cook High Hornets. They're coming in with a record of 3-1, as I said, ranked number 5 in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution poll. So a big challenge tomorrow night as the Jackets, all 4 of their previous opponents this year have been top 10 ranked teams, and that continues tomorrow night with Cook coming in here as our first game in Region 1AA play. We've been seems like in Region 2AA forever. So it makes a little bit difference, and we'll see a lot of new faces coming in here this year with Region 1AA coming in. We're waiting on Coach Lance Helton to try to make his way up here. Got a lot of things going on tonight with homecoming. The parade has ended. The players, cheerleaders have made their way back here to the stadium. Going to get ready to start the homecoming festivities here tonight, concluding with a big pep rally as they're gathering up on the field. And so we hope to get Coach Helton up here just very shortly and try to talk to him for a few minutes before tomorrow night's game. I see he beginning to work his way up here to the press box. So while he's on his way up, let's take another break, get some words from our sponsors. We'll be back with our interview with Coach Lance Helton after this break on the Jeff Davis Hospital Sports Network.
Make the switch to Mitch, not only for your prescription needs, but also for your gift needs. Visit Designs and More by Brandy, located inside Mitch's Pharmacy. Brandy offers all occasion flowers, silk, and fresh. Shop Designs and More by Brandy for gift baskets for that special someone, shoes by Corky, and jacket t-shirts for the entire family. Located at 5 East Coffee Street in Hazelhurst, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 to 12 on Saturday. Give them a call at 912-699-3784 and follow them on Facebook.
Jeff Davis High School would like to thank the following alumni sponsors for their support of Yellow Jacket Athletics: Sweet Teas, Flowers, Gifts, and Custom Framing, Laney Internal Medicine Group, Lumber City Drugs, Cotton Partners, The Bedroom Store, Hazelhurst Auto, Pig Out Barbecue, Southern Roots Salon, Stone's Machine Shop, Comfort Zone Heating and Air, Whitfield Breelove, South Georgia Dentistry, Coleman Tire and Auto, Mulvey Outdoors, Water Service Center, Ragland Timber, Pallet One, McPherson Manufacturing, Renaissance Bank, Family Healthcare Connections, Davis Farm and Garden, Theater of Hazelhurst, Jeff Davis County Farm Bureau, and Bridgeford Church of God.
Make tailgating easy and delicious with help from Three Rivers Meat Company in Hazelhurst. Three Rivers Meat Company offers specialty cuts of beef, pork, chicken, and seafood. They also have several types of the in-house made fresh sausage. If you need a grill, they're the exclusive dealer for Traeger Grills in Hazelhurst. To place your order in advance, call 912-551-9621 or visit their beautiful meat counter at 90 West Coffee Street. Go Jackets from Derek Wooten and the Meat Professionals at Three Rivers Meat Company in Hazelhurst. Back here at the stadium as the homecoming activities are underway tonight here, and Coach Lance Helton's made his way to the press box here. Coach, I'm going to get you to lean back a little bit.
All right, how about that?
Got to keep you in the picture here. You're the main man, so we got to make sure we got you on camera.
Well, I don't know about that, man. It's about these kids, but I'm glad to be representing them.
Coach, we've had a rough go against some really good teams this year. Another top 10 ranked team coming in tomorrow night in the Cook Hornets, our first game in Region 1 AA. And we've had a week off to trying to refocus and get some guys healed up. So tell us what we looking forward to tomorrow night.
Well, I tell you, first and foremost, shout out to Coach Byron Slack and the guys over at Cook County. They've done, in my opinion, what may be the best turnaround in the state of Georgia from last year. But I've known Coach Slack for a long time. He's as good of a coach as there is in the state in any classification. He's got a great pedigree. I continue to expect big things from the Cook Hornets moving forward. But, yes, we've got our hands full, and the bye week has helped us try to get healthy. But, doggone, Jim, if we ain't fighting some sickness this week, we got the flu bug going around the high school to middle school, have had about 4, 5, 6 kids sick within this week. So we're trying to load manage that, try to make sure we're managing their health, and at the same time trying to put a team together and go – put a good contest forward in this first week of region play in what some deem the toughest region in the state of Georgia.
Without a doubt, when you've got teams like Cook as vastly improved as they are, and Fitzgerald, the defending state champions, Worth County, a very, very much improved team this year, always tough, Dodge County, Berrien County, Sumter County. There's no easy games on that schedule.
Absolutely not.
So I know we've had some guys that have been trying to get back in action after being injured a little early in the season. What's our status other than the flu bug for our health-wise tomorrow night?
Well, we are going to see Carter Mullis load manage a little bit tomorrow night with this being his return to play. We're not going to throw him into the fire too much, but try to load manage him and get him some meaningful reps as we move forward into this region schedule. We've got 2 guys that are kind of banged up right now, and Trey Ray and Terrence Clemens that are fighting through nagging injuries that we'll see kind of their touch and go whether they'll be able to go tomorrow. But, overall, Jim, one thing about the trials and tribulations of this football season is we have forced ourselves to create some depth and play some young guys. And while at times it can be difficult, especially with the type of people we've played, I'm so proud of our young kids and how they're continuing to handle this. We are a team that needs to be together right here. We need to love these young kids up, and we're leaning on guys like Peyton Laney, Terrence Clemens, and Landon Robertson to lead us through this charge in this region schedule.
Last game a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, rather, against Metter, a thing that's kind of hurt us all year. We fell behind early, got off to a slow start, but the team really fought back and played a really good second half, and had a chance to try to get back in that ball game.
Yeah, it's kind of been the focus of the last 2 weeks for us. 2 things: start faster and finish stronger. And when you do those things, you find yourself in places where you can compete to win a ball game in the second half. And that's what it's going to take in this region. We've got to start faster as a football team to give our kids the mental feeling of something good happening early. Then you go compete through the second and third where a lot of teams lull, and then you've got to go finish really strong in the fourth quarter in these region matchups. And we've been focusing on that these weeks. I'm excited to see where our kids stand in that gym, and I'm excited to see these young kids that by now with who they've played, they ain't freshmen anymore, sophomores anymore. They're battle-tested, and we're going to have another mighty tall task tomorrow night with the Cook High Hornets.
So it's a game. This is an old series with the Jackets. It goes back to 1952 was the first time they met, but haven't faced off since 1995. Jackets won the last meeting, but a whole different scenario coming in now that the two teams are competing in the region. A lot more at stake. As I've heard Coach Glass say a lot of times, the real season starts this week.
Sure, it absolutely does. None of those other things matter. You know, everybody wants to talk about our tough schedule. Cook's played some really good opponents too. So it's all about what can happen tomorrow night. What we've got to do is we've kind of got to be nosy. We've kind of got to be troublesome. We've got to kind of keep those guys off kilter so that we can play our game and have a chance to be around our way. Our focus in the last 2 weeks has been getting back to what is our way and playing football games that way, because that's how we hang around in Jeff Davis County.
A challenge defensively. The what I've seen of Cook, they like to spread you out all over the field. They got some really talented receivers, a quarterback that spins the ball real good, and then, they got a running back that number 2. Boy, I tell you what, he is a Jatorian Kennedy. You give him a seam, he can take it all the way.
Sure. Cook does a great job of challenging you formationally to cover the whole field and get numbers that plus you in the run game. When those numbers don't match up, you know, they got a quarterback with the arm talent to go spit it around to some really talented wideouts, and they can go compete that way. So they're a double-edged sword on offense, and they are just a swarming defense of black hats on the defense side of the ball. So we've got our hands full in both phases.
Dave, that was one thing that I've seen from Cook over the years. Of course, Coach Slack in his first season there, but one thing Cook has always seemed to be known for is just what you said, that swarming defense. They're generally not very big on defense, but they're quick as cats.
That's correct.
And they get there and with bad intentions.
Absolutely, Jim. I think that one thing that a Byron Slack coach team, and his pedigree coming from Lowndes, coming from Camden, and all those places, they pride themselves on the defensive side of the ball. And Coach Slack does a great job of – I think that's where their biggest improvement has been from 2021 to 2022 is on the defensive side of the ball. And you can tell that Coach Slack has his hands all in it, and they cause a lot of havoc. And you know, I think that's where they like to hang their hat in Cook County.
You know, homecoming, I know, is one of your favorite weeks of the year. Every football coach kind of dreads homecoming week, don't they?
They do. It's a tough week. You know, it's in a game where week to week you got to try to keep the main thing the main thing. It's easy to make the main thing become things like what pajamas you're wearing to school or what trucker hat you want to wear on Farmer Day or anything like that. And the truth of the matter is all those things are great. It's what makes high school football the greatest sport in America. But the truth of the matter is the one thing these guys are going to remember 20 years from now is what happens tomorrow night at 7:30.
In the main event.
Yeah, and so it's something you got to balance it. You know, I've been there.
Yeah.
It's a tough week in the Helton household because as much as Coach Helton barks about homecoming, Miss Helton is in charge of homecoming.
Right.
So it's a tough week for us, but you know, really shout out to Laura McCall for doing just a tremendous job. I think that our homecoming pageantry at Jeff Davis is unmatched, and she's the real MVP in that aspect. So I think Lauren has been a great asset to our school system, and definitely the homecoming atmosphere, I think is something she prides herself in.
Well, Coach, it's always a tough week. We're going to kick things off tomorrow night a little bit early, going there about 6:50. Going to have the introduction of the homecoming court at 7 o'clock prior to the game, and then kick off at 7:30. There's no excuse. Weather looks like it's going to be perfect, so no excuse that we don't pack this house for homecoming tomorrow night.
Absolutely. You know, I think it's something where generations before, generations past of Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets, folks that have played on this field since 1990 can come back and really enjoy the memories. And it's something that I think brings small towns together. A homecoming game with your classmates, with your Letterman's jacket, is something that I envisioned myself growing up bringing my son back to. And now that we get to put this on every year and allow the people of Jeff Davis County to come back and do this means the world to me. And you're right, Jim, we have had inclement weather the entire season. This is our first game where we're able to come out, we're able to have great weather. We're able to really celebrate these kids in a region game with the best fundraiser in Southeast Georgia going on with the $4,000 grocery raffle that the football team has got.
No, let's give a shout out to that right
Yeah,
there.
I think that is a hidden gem. A $20 raffle ticket here gets you a chance to win $4,000 worth of groceries in Jeff Davis County. I really do believe it's the best fundraiser around, and it's something that everybody needs. Right, with what's going on. We're going to sell those tickets tonight at the homecoming event. We're going to sell them tomorrow. And guys, come support these young men in this program with that raffle. It's a great thing for this county.
So make your plans. Get you about 4 or 5 tickets, because I'm going to tell you what, I can eat some groceries.
There you go.
So I'm looking forward to getting my tickets and hopefully get a chance to win that. Well, Coach, looking forward to a big game tomorrow night. Always great to be in the Pinelands. And with all the homecoming pageantry, it makes it just that much better.
Absolutely. I mean, it's great. Watching these young men on the football team do this T-shirt thingamajigger right here, right now. I don't know what it is. Watching the cheerleaders on the field, looking at how packed these stands are. People don't understand, Jim, how special it is to be a Jeff Davis Yellow Jacket, live in this county, and bleed that Navy and gold. With the lights on, with the field painting, with the bonfire about to start, I really believe that Jeff Davis County is the most special place in Southeast Georgia. That's why we love it here. That's why we love these guys, and that's why we say it all the time, Jim. When you're wearing Navy, you're as good as gold.
Go Jackets.
Go Jackets. Appreciate you, bud.
Thank you, Coach.
Yes,
Coach
sir.
Lance Helton here on the Yellow Jacket Coaches Show. We're going to take a break, get some words from our sponsors, and we'll wrap things up after timeout here on the Jeff Davis Yellow Jacket Coaches Show.
At Altamaha Bank and Trust, we strive to help you live your best life. That means offering loans for nearly any dream or goal. With competitive rates, local processing, and quick decisions, we can customize a loan to fit your needs. This is Misty Boatwright, Relationship Manager at the Hazelhurst branch. Come see me today at 57 North Tallahassee Street or visit our website at altamahall.bank. And let's work together to achieve your financial goals. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Bank of Hazelhurst is Jeff Davis County's only locally owned and operated bank, serving their friends and family since 1906. They offer a wide array of services, including personal, commercial, and electronic banking services, along with mortgage and ag lending. For more information on the services they offer, call them at 912-375-4228. Download their banking app or contact them online at bankofhazelhurst.com. The Bank of Hazelhurst. When others have their branches, they have their roots.
Since their founding in 1968, the Beasley Group has become a vertically integrated leader in the forest products industry, and this growth has made them the largest hardwood sawmill in the United States and North America's foremost producer of crane mats and timbers for the energy transmission, utility, and construction industries. The Beasley Group is proud to be members of the Hazelhurst and Jeff Davis County community. They are also proud supporters of all Jeff Davis High School sports. Go Jackets from the Beasley Group.
Back here winding up the Yellow Jacket Coaches Show here on Thursday night. We thank you all for tuning in. Thanks Coach Helton for squeezing us into this busy schedule tonight, and a special thank you to Laura McCall for coming by and helping bailing me out. I know everybody was tired of hearing me ramble on and on and on, but we wanted to be sure to stay around and get Coach Helton on, as a lot of things going on in with homecoming, and so appreciate him working the way to find a way to get in here and get this coaches show done tonight. I thank again Mr. Riles and his students for getting us on the air and all the fine work they do. Make your plans to come out tomorrow night to homecoming game against the Cook Hornets. Kickoff at 7:30. We'll be on there at 6:50, and the presentation of the homecoming court begins at 7 o'clock. For everyone, Mr. Riles and all the students in the studio, we want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Good night, everybody.
It is now time